Welcome back everyone. It has been quite a while, hasn't it? But today I am very excited to be opening this package, or two packages technically. I've already opened this one, as you can see, because it's been a while since I received the package. I wanted to make sure everything that I ordered was in there. But these are two Kickstarter projects that I helped fund. So I will be opening both with you. So the first Kickstarter project is by Gawki. This is an artist I've mentioned previously during my DragonCon hauls because she is an artist that goes to DragonCon every year. I love her art. I've bought a couple prints as well as some desk mats from her before and some pins. This particular Kickstarter project was for her set of mushroom designs. So it was a bunch of enamel pins, I think like 60 versions. It was quite a lot of designs for different mushrooms in her style, and all of the designs were so cute. I loved them, but I had to control myself, otherwise I would have spent way too much money. I'm trying to be a little better about spending way too much on stuff like this. But here are my rewards. So I did get two of these, and I'll explain later why, but here is the first design that I asked for. I think this is the ink cap mushroom. You can see the design of the card. She created this very cute, and this is the mushroom trove series of pins. I'm sure she'll have more stock available in her shop, but I love it. It does have a little bit, no, never mind. It looked like it had glitter, but it doesn't. And it is hard enamel on gold plated metal. And then the other one, and these are quite big. They tell you the measurements on the webpage, but you don't really know or realize how big they're going to be until they get to you, at least for me. But here is, okay, so this is the shaggy ink cap, and the other one was the black trumpet mushroom. But here's the shaggy ink cap. There's so much detail, and yet it came out really nice. Because it's so big. So I really love it. It does have I like these better, I think, than the rubber ones. They grab onto the pin a lot better than the rubber ones. But each pin, if you bought one, also came with a small version. So it was a pair. So if you picked one design, you would get the smaller version as well. So here are the smaller versions of those pins. So cute. I love them. And I do appreciate that she did create a new design for the smaller versions, because these intricate designs were not going to work in the smaller size. So there were some manufacturing issues during that process. Gawki had sent out a couple notices about it, but I honestly could not tell what the issue was, because so if you picked certain designs, you would get an extra pin. They marked them on the back, and at first I was so confused because I had forgotten about that. So both designs that I chose were the ones that you would get a free pin for, because the designs ended up getting errors or something. I'm not really sure what the errors were. I can tell this one, like the white at the top is not filled in, I suppose, as this version, but they both still look really good. So yeah, I mean, I got two of the same extras. So I'm gonna probably give these to a friend of mine who loves mushrooms as much as I do. We love the mushroom motif, go crazy over it all the time. So I'm probably gonna give these to her because she also collects enamel pins. So that's a nice little extra gift to have to give away. In addition to that, for pledging the Kickstarter, we also received some freebies. First of all, here is the card. It's printed on this like matte velvety finish paper, really cool. There's all of Gawki's info and cute art. Backing card to make sure they didn't bend in the mail. And then these are all the little stickers, I believe. And there is also a coupon. I'm not sure if we're allowed to give this out, so I don't want to show it, but it has a coupon code basically for Kickstarter backers to use if we wish to purchase something in 2024 from her shop, which is really nice. So we got a couple little mushroom stickers and her mascot, the little froggy guy. So really cute. So overall, I'm really happy with this Kickstarter project. I got all the stuff that I ordered. It really did not take too long. I want to say I pledged to her Kickstarter in November, and we got everything by last month. or the month prior. Again, I've had this package for a while. And there's other projects, I'm looking at my account right now, that I've pledged around the same time and they're still not even completed, which is crazy. But again, 100% recommend Gawki. If she ever makes Kickstarter projects in the future and I like the designs, I'm definitely going to pledge. I know I can trust them to follow through. Okay, now on to this next package. So this is from a Kickstarter by someone, if you watched my videos and you backtrack through my video log, this is by FawnBomb, or they go by a different name. I believe their brand is called Jelly Pinch, but they actually go by FawnBomb on Kickstarter. And I think that's really the only place they go by that name, because whenever I was looking up their social media, all that came up was their brand name. But basically, this is the same person who did the Kickstarter for the Ita jackets that went viral a little bit a couple years back. It was the first, I think, iteration of that type of merchandise, and I did pledge for it was 3. I think it was 3 jackets, 1 for my friend and 2 for me. I do have some criticisms with those jackets. I don't wear them too much anymore. I did when I first got them and they just didn't work out. I do still have them though, and I do still like the designs for the most part, but I'm not too big a fan of that type of merchandise. I'm mentioning that though because this Kickstarter that she created was for a second round of Ita jackets called Mythical Ita jackets, and they were based on cryptids and fantasy stuff. There was a Cthulhu one, angels, demons, and stuff like that. But in addition to that, they were also trying to get funding for some Ita bags, which is what I was interested in. So this is them. Ooh, that's so cool. Okay, just seeing this is getting me a little bit excited. I'm gonna have to iron it out though. This is interesting. Because I've only ever had an insert for an Ita bag through my Ita Bag wallet, or my Ita wallet that I bought a couple years back as well. And it came with its own insert. It was definitely smaller than this though. But yeah, it feels different. Very interesting to see how different all the inserts are, because I don't think I've ever actually purchased one myself individually. I've, made them myself, but they never came out very good. So I bought 2 items. Whoa. Ah, that's not fun. So some of the tape got on the bag itself. Now there's a mark, but that's nothing. Some alcohol wipes and a little glue gun. A little glue gun won't fix, hopefully. So I was initially worried with the packaging, but it looks like both bags came fine. Because, they come in a bag and these are bags, so... Okay, this isn't too bad. Okay, so the first one is the Sacred Coffin Ita Bag, and this one came in both red and, well, it was red originally, and then you could buy separate inserts to change the color of the window, and that's what I got. I got the red. Oh, it's a sticker. Jelly Pinch, that's their brand. Cute, they included a sticker. But here's the red insert. Very happy to have that, and I don't have to make my own. And I also purchased a purple one, because purple is primarily what I'm probably going to use it with. And then the second Ita bag is the Sacred Coffin Ita Bag, and there were 4 variations: red, purple, white, and blue. And as you can tell, it has a castle with bats and this cool symbol at the top. And it comes with the red one. So these were add-ons, the red, or the extra inserts, the purple one, because I think the default was the red. And then you could buy separate inserts for a fee. So here, let's try the coffin one first. First of all, this feels really nice. I'm actually genuinely surprised at how nice this feels. It feels good quality, obviously. It's fake leather. It's not real. So you will have to take care of it in that regard. This does come off, and I love this. It feels really nice. It's like you can press it. It's almost like a fidget toy. But that's just me. But again, this feels really not super heavy or anything, but it has some weight to it, so it's not cheap. And then here is the window, so you can replace that. And inside each bag should be the straps. These can be worn as crossbody or as a backpack, I believe. I'm not sure about this one, but obviously that one. And I'm glad they put some paper in there to keep the shape. There's some silica gel in there. So here's what the inside looks like. It's got decent space. I'll get this out of the way just to clear the air. So I was actually quite disappointed with the manufacturing of this one. I'm not sure if I misremembered, but originally I was only buying the Forbidden Castle Ita bag and not the coffin, because I noticed that the Forbidden Castle one was the shape of the design, more or less. I'm not really a fan of Ita bags that make a unique shape out of it, but the bag itself does not follow that shape, and it's understandable for very complicated shapes. It wouldn't be practical in a bag, but I felt like the coffin was pretty simple of a design, and I remember the design, at least the 2D artwork, showing that the bag would follow the shape of the coffin, and that means that all of this would be storage, so it wouldn't have this extra plastic coming out of the actual bag part. Because to me, this is going to fray. This is going to wear down so fast because it's just popping out and you have less storage space. I'm really not a fan of that. It's the most typical way I see these types of bags manufactured online, and that's why I've never gotten one. So when I saw the final manufacturing pictures and saw that it was in fact doing this type of thing, I was very disappointed. I'm still kind of am, because that extra space would have made such a difference. I mean, it's kind of awkward to open this up. Like, what is this? I can still probably fit, I don't know if someone could fit their Switch in here. Probably not. I mean, it's going to fit my wallet. It's going to fit my phone, obviously. Oh, there is a pocket in the back here. So it'll fit things like pens and probably makeup and stuff, but that's not really stuff I carry around. I primarily got this one because I wanted something small to carry, like my wallet, my card holder. Yeah, this pocket isn't very useful because it's so short. You could barely open it. So really all you can fit in here is maybe like a card, very awkwardly. And I don't know, a pill, something like that. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. It does have a second pocket though, which is cool. But again, it's so short to open it that really all you could fit in there is a card or something. Anything else in there is going to be a bit awkward. Maybe like a small thin chapstick. Definitely not the round ones. Other than that disappointment though, I am very pleased with the quality of this. I do think these look a bit awkward without this. You know, it doesn't look as nice, but obviously you're going to want to use it for the Ita bag part. And let's look at the back of this. Yeah, so it does have 4 loops so that you can attach 2 straps for a backpack or the singular strap for like a crossbody or something like that. We'll see how the Ita portion works out, because one thing that I did notice with the Ita jackets is, first of all, they didn't come with inserts. I was part of the Kickstarter for the initial run, and at that point they didn't come with inserts. I had to make my own. But if your pins are quite heavy, and this goes for any Ita bag that has a significant amount of space, my Ita wallet has such small space, I don't think I would have this issue, even if I did make my own insert. But if you have significant surface space, if your pins are heavy, they will drag the insert down. So you have to make sure it's quite stiff and can hold its weight. These are quite thin, so it'll be interesting to test out and see how well they hold up, because it feels like there's just a thin piece of foam in here, like thinner than what I used to get. Oh snap! I don't know why I thought it was solid. Oh my gosh, look at the design though on the back. I just realized I hadn't flipped them over. That is so pretty. So here's the red one. They look so cool. So yeah, okay, now this looks a lot better. Now it's just solid purple. Oh my gosh, okay, now I really like it. I'm still very disappointed with the shape of it. I really wish it wasn't that, because it's such an awkward shape. I do appreciate though this zipper is nice. It's thick and it's very smooth, so hopefully it won't get caught, because that with these weird tight shapes, that's usually the issue, is the zipper will not zip very well. But yeah, other than that, those are my criticisms. Other than that, this is a really nice bag. I don't remember how much I paid, but I know I did get the early bird, so I got it significantly cheaper than some other folks. Let's move on to the Forbidden Castle because my battery is about to die. So obviously you can see the red insert in here. All the straps, because you can also wear this as a backpack, and I guess as a crossbody as well, although this one's kind of big. I would not wear this as a crossbody. It has a big airbag in here to keep the shape. I appreciate that a lot. This faux leather feels really nice, honestly. It's really smooth. It would have been easier to pop this, but I just wanted to show y'all how giant that airbag was. Okay. So here's the bag. It is very spacious, could probably fit at least a medium, maybe a large tablet. I don't really use tablets anymore, but it definitely could fit my water bottle, which I appreciate. That thing barely fits into anything. The coffin one probably won't. This one also has a pocket in the back. Oh, I forgot to mention, the coffin one has it as well. They have the Jelly Pinch branding tag on the back. So there is a zippered pocket. Hopefully y'all can see that. It's quite spacious, and it doesn't feel like flimsy fabric. It's double lined, which is really nice. Like the fabric and quality of everything feels really good. Then we have these two, which are pretty much staples in Ita bags. And then here is where you can slide in your insert. I'm going to change this from red to purple. And what's kind of nice, ooh, this is a little awkward. Okay. What's kind of nice about these, iron them out a little bit, and you could probably put this on your wall too. So it'll be easy to swap them out. Like, you know, if you're not feeling one set of pins, you could swap it out for another that's been hanging on your wall. So I appreciate that. I'm already getting ideas. So it looks really cool. Fits really nice. I don't think this one would have an issue of falling like the coffin one. The coffin one felt quite thin, but this one, even though it is thin, it's really stiff and holds its shape very well. Some silica gel. Oh, right. This does have, I forgot what this material is called, mesh, a mesh pocket on the side. It's quite small, so I don't think it would hold my water bottle, but I mean, if you get like a standard plastic water bottle, it would fit that. Not sure about this one. I don't know what I would use this one for, but it's nice that it's there, and it's, you know, it's not thin, it's double lined. So that's cool that this has two outer pockets. You don't see that very often with Ita bags, but I am noticing Kickstarter project created Ita bags are starting to have this as well. So it must be in demand. But that's pretty much it. I love these. I'm glad that I backed this Kickstarter. We'll see how well they do in the wilds. As far as the Kickstarter aspect goes, these were done in a timely manner for the most part. I think they were actually late. I was wrong in regards to the timeline. So they were late due to, I think, the lunar holiday or something. So they were late, but they still came. They're still good quality. Shipping was a bit expensive, but I mean, they're 2 bags. The way they came, I do think needs to be improved upon. They just send them in bags, which is fine. They do wrap them, but I think a little more bubble wrap would have been a little nice. But other than that, again, they came quick once the project manager announced that they were ready to go. As soon as she got all the items in, she started shipping them out, and that's appreciated. And I'm glad that I got these at the early bird price. But that's pretty much it. Thank y'all so much for watching, and once again, everything will be in the description if you're interested in these products. Okay, so short update, because I did already wear out the coffin bag. I have not tried wearing this out or putting pins in it. But so far, I do definitely think it's, you know, more convenient. But I did want to give an update on the coffin bag now that I've worn it. So, and I had to backtrack through my own footage because I was really confused about the straps. So the intent is that each bag came with a crossbody strap and then 2 other straps to wear it as a backpack. The crossbody ones are the longest ones. Very obviously, they're both the same for each bag. I prefer to use the coffin bag as a crossbody. However, the strap is significantly shorter than I would like. If you've watched my previous videos before, you know that I did buy an Ita wallet last year, and I love that thing. These are not as long, and this thing sits at like my stomach, maybe my waist, like in between my stomach and my waist, if not my lower waist. And I don't really find that too comfortable because it is bigger than that wallet. So I did try to connect 2 straps to make it longer, and it was too long. It went all the way down to my knee. So no matter what I tried, what configuration I attempted, these straps just weren't comfortable. So I'm gonna see if I can find the extra strap that came with that wallet, and maybe attach it to this. These are a lot more heavy duty than those straps, so that's not really my preference, but it'll have to do if I can find them. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to go online or something and see if I can just find a strap that would be a better size than this one. In addition to that, I have been wearing this for a couple days now, running my errands, and as I suspected, it is very awkward to open, not only just here on the table, but when you're wearing it. Realistically, this thing would probably be more comfortable as a backpack right now, but I bought it with the intent for it to be a crossbody, so that's really disappointing. But yeah, you can see I have my card holder in here, my Ita wallet, a receipt, and every now and again I'll put my phone. Barely fits my necessities, which I'm glad it does, but you know, just barely. So at most I'll put like a pen in here or something. I don't think it would make sense to put change because the only change pocket it has is quite small, and it would be a pain in the butt to try and pull stuff out. Pulling this thing in and out is kind of a pain, but it's doable. I don't think it's a big deal. Moving on to the Ita part of it. So I have not actually put too many pins on this thing. I just put a couple to try it out, and I put the heaviest one at the top. So that's my bad. And these two as well are pretty big pins, so they're a little heavy, but you can see that it does curl. Now, if your bag is full and pushing against this, then that's probably not going to be an issue, but if it's not full, then I do see this insert being a bit too weak to hold too many pins. Maybe you could put something stiffer right behind it to keep it in place, but otherwise this is more or less how it looks. It doesn't align perfectly with the window, the design of the cathedral detailing, and because the top part is heavy because of the pin, it does slide down, so this is pretty much how you're going to get it. So yeah, it's not a perfect bag by any means. I am disappointed with multiple aspects of it. So far, it's just not the most practical thing. But it does still look cool, and the quality is still good. So if you don't mind that stuff, if you can adjust to it, maybe that's what I'll have to do. I think you also need to put a keychain on this because it blends in so well with these hoops that I often struggle to just feel for it. I have to look down and actually see the zipper to find it so I can close the bag. But yeah, so definitely I think work in progress. It's the first time I think this creator has made Ita bags to my knowledge, and I did leave a comment on their Kickstarter to kind of inform them of the issues I had, or I noticed when I first got it. So I'm hoping that if they do keep making these, just like the Ita jackets, that they improve on some of the quality or the functions of it, because I do think it's a really cool bag. It was a cool idea, and it could be a stellar bag for everyday use if it had some of the kinks smoothed out. Okay, so random update, because I have started wearing this as my typical go-to bag. I stick my wallet in there. I had to actually stop using the previous Ita wallet because it barely fits in here. It fits exactly, so it does fit, but it leaves little room for anything else, so I could stick my phone in here, but it's kind of complicated to look for it. So I've been using a card holder to hold all of my major stuff to stick in here, which works out well, but I am experiencing the issues that I expected would happen. One is this thing I have not really decorated this with a lot of other pins, but I did put the big one at the top, so this flops down a lot. So if I'm trying to stick something in here, I have to hold on to it to make sure it doesn't get in the way, and it often does. The other thing, again, this pocket, I don't have anything in here because it's just not useful at this size. Unless this bag is stuffed full to keep this rounded shape, it does not close and open like that and very easily. So when it's hanging, majority of the time it gets stuck. I have to grab this side and make sure that it closes or opens correctly. But every other time it gets stuck, and it's quite annoying. And then finally the strap. I did end up switching the strap with the one from my previous Ita bag. This one is longer than what was provided from the Kickstarter for this bag, and it works a lot better. I am able to use this how I want now with this. I do think it's still a little short because I still have the issue where it does sit around my hip a little lower this time. Maybe it's just the shape of it. It will often kind of curve around my hip to lay in the front versus on my side. So if I ever bend down or I'm reaching for things, it will kind of get in the way. So provided should have been longer or given the option for more adjustability, because this is almost to the end of it. But with the strap, it is usable for me, and you know, I've gotten compliments on it. It's just I don't see myself using this long term because of these issues. It's just quite annoying to handle. Right now I'm using it because it's the only small bag. See? It's the only small bag that I have, but I did pledge for another Kickstarter for a smaller Ita bag that's similar to my wallet. So once that comes in, more than likely I will stop using this and maybe sell it off, or we'll see. I might still keep it just as a neat bag to add to an outfit or something. I don't know. But yeah, those are my criticisms. I definitely think some of this stuff should have been thought through, and hopefully it can be improved upon any future iterations that the artist may have of this Ita bag.